Morning, welcome back to the Infinity GT Manufacturers Series Season 6, League 2. Sprint qualification to determine the grid for Koyto, Yamagiwa and Mumbai, which will be the Group 4 next time out. Still Group 3, who can stick it on pole. Last time out, Martin was the winner, so he's got it all to do from the back to get to the front. But we have P1 Valium, the two NSX teammates, 1 and 2. But look who's coming through the middle. MLA down to the first chicane. Rick on the outside. 4 wide, headed down to the first chicane. Nice and easy, lads. So P1 Valium looks like he's coming out on top. A little bit of contact there between the two teammates. Oh, not good at all. So Rick has lost out in that. A little bit of contact with his teammate there. And Rick's got it all to do down in 12th. MLA waiting, fair play to him, waiting for his teammate. Seen what happened, knew what happened, so he's just waiting for his teammate now. James Harbin in 10th with his teammate in 9th. Tricky Tree in 8th. So far heading through the second chicane. Again, trying to go 3 wide. Just enough room for 2. And Martin already up to 6th, so already up to 6th position with Rob in 5th. We've got Chalky in 4th, C Trickle in 3rd, Marshall in 2nd. In the background, who's gone off in the background? Surfer Ev got it all wrong on the exit of Lesmo 2. He's down to 10th position. Let's see what he can do. 13 minutes to go to recover to try and get on the top 3. It's a big ask from all the way back there, but we'll wait and see. But a man leading the way again, like he did in the, and it's going off back here as well. What is going on? It's all kicking off back here. Tricky into the barrier. I don't want to go back. I want to try and get the 2 into 1 this time out. This is only sprint qualifications. Yeah, there's points at stake, but it's only the top 10 that score the points. Racing soft throughout this race. There's no mandatory tyre. The tyre wear fuel depletion is still on 3 and 3, but already got DMK Chalky there in the slipstream of C Trickle, and there is Chalky's teammate Martin. Wow, very late braking there for Chalky. Game resets him back on track because he cut too much of the first chicane. James Harbin in 6th. And Dave in 5th this time around, chasing down Martin. See Trickle there, just biding his time with his teammate just in front of him, Marshall there, in the other Nissan GTR purple sector. Everyone will get that on the second lap. Next time out, Marshall not happy at the minute in that car, sliding around, waiting for them tyres to get up to temperature. But yeah, next time out we're at Koyto, Yamagiwa and Mumbai. That'll be the Group 4. So basically this is just to determine the grid for Koyto, Yamagiwa. James Harbin in 6th. Yeah, Dave last time out had a bit of a struggle. I'm not sure if Monza is one of his favourites, but you normally see him further up in the feature race, so I had a bit of a struggle. James Harbin done well to recover to where he finished. DMK Chalky had a really good race in the feature race. Just a few errors, well, one error to be honest with you, and it cost him that vital podium. Let's see if he can do it around this sprint qualification. Surfer Ev recovering up to 8th, with Tricky Tree just behind him in 9th. Slipstream as well, but as I said previously, the Aston Martin, the Group 3, the V12 Vantage is very good top end. Tricky Tree in the BMW M3, just biding his time behind Surfer Ev, but again we see that Aston Martin pulling away as they head to the timing line for the 3rd time. Well, start of lap number 3 to be honest with you. Tricky Tree, no, not really getting enough slipstream there. Robin 10th, paddy above his car. MLA, as we've seen at the start, a little bit of contact with him and his teammate. I'm sure Rick would have said to him, look, just go on, you know, just carry on racing. It wasn't major contact, it was just enough just to spin Rick around, you know, but they're teammates, and I'm sure if they can get maximum points for their team, that's what they'll want, to be honest with you. P1 Valium leading away still, as he did last time out. We'll do a onboard lap with him. I won't go for the corner names this time. I did do it previously. God, I need some more coffee. But this gentleman here, already up to third. Did start from 12th, remember. Can he make it 2 wins in one evening? We're waiting to see. But see Trickle there in the Nissan GTR is just sitting there nicely. But Dave all the while is catching up to the rear. And he has a massive snaky moment on the exit of the Ascari. So now Dave with the penalty as well, trying to burn it off. So Dave, and now Tricky's got a bit of a penalty above his car, so they'll both be trying to get rid of it. And behind as well, we've got James Harben, 0.4 above his car, but he's got the attention of DMK Chalky there. James Harben in the Lamborghini GR3 with Chalky behind. Top end wise, when they reach top end, I'm not sure who's, which car's quicker, but it looks like to me the Hyundai is closing in that slipstream, as it were, anyway. But it looks like it's got its hazards on, but it's a reflection. So this, I think, is an early morning race, I think. By looking at the track conditions, looking a little bit damp, so maybe early morning. Yeah, Surfer Ebb on his own. We've got Chucky Tree there as well, so gaps are appearing. Around about 8 minutes to go. MLA and the 2 Ferraris, 11th for 12th. But never say never with their Group 4 car. It's really good, their Group 4 Ferrari. P1 Valium still leading the way, but here we go. We've got Marshall now defending from Martin JL. Where would he get this moved on? Is it down here, or maybe wait till the other back straight, or maybe wait till the exit of the parabolic? Maybe his choice. He's just biding his time. Martin is still trying to make his way through. TRGD4TC. No, it's either 4 gaming, Martin. I cover lead 2, not Marty, mate. And Marshall let Martin go. Fair enough. So these two now battling it out down the start finish straight. And then Marshall pulls to the right. Where's the Idle 4 gaming on that car anyway, Martin? Yeah. Have it. So Marshall on the brake and gets a move done. Very nice indeed. Sparkle all over that car. Yeah. DMK Martin still in the slipstream. Dave up to 4th with the attention of C Trickle behind. It's still quite early when I'm doing this replay. I'm still trying to wake up. There we got C Trickle down the inside. On the inside, on the outside, down the inside, on the outside. No, he's behind now. So David 4th, pulling away a little bit now. See Trickle in 5th. With DMK Chalky there in 6th. James Harben in 7th. With Surfer F closing slowly to the rear of that Lamborghini. Tricky Tree in 9th, and then we got Rob in 10th, closing slowly to the rear of Tricky Tree in 9th. Still around about a second gap, but he's there. And then we got the 2 Ferraris of MLA and Rick, 11th and 12th. Just a Group 3, if they can get, it's only one more round to, no, not 2 more rounds, I think. No, 3 more rounds. Oh, God, I lost track of time. But I think they really struggle with their Group 3 Ferrari. But when they're in their Group 4, it's a different ball game, So I think the 458 GT3 just struggles. It's not the driver, it's the car, I think. Up the front we go, because P1 Valium, it's being closed by Martin now, and we've got C Trickle and Dave banning it out for 4th and 5th. James Harben and Chalky there as well. James Harben getting rid of his penalty. Chalky just takes that position off of him. He's like, yeah, thank you very much, James, for that sip. And then Surfer Ebb just biding his time there in 8th position, but going up to here, Chalky and James Harben banning out. James Harben down the inside there at the second chicane. No thinks better of it, backs out. Chalky runs a little bit deep. Maybe he's seen James in his wing mirror close in and thought, right, I better give him racing room. But then got Surfer Ev on the inside at Lesmo 1 onto James Harben. They're side by side as they approach Lesmo 2. But unfortunate there for James to get in the gravel. A bit side by side approach to Lesmo 2. Yeah, I did see any contact, but again, things to the game maybe? Who knows? So now James Harben's got the attention of Tricky Tree there in the BMW M3. Maybe potentially getting that 8th off of James Harben. So yeah, replays, I'll get this one out, I'll get Koyto feature out, then that'll be it for this week. That'll be 4 replays done. Expect more Monday, somewhere around there, but at the front we go, because I think Martin, yeah, 100% is closing to the rear of P1 Valium. P1 Valium there in 1st position. Can he keep it here by the end of lap number 7? We'll wait and see. He does really well in the feature, sorry, sprint race, Valium. I think it's just a feature where it's such a long race, he just struggles a little bit under tyre wear maybe, I don't know. But I've seen he does struggle in the feature sometimes, but in the sprint he pulls it out the bag and sticks it on pole. But Martin there wants that pole position off of P1 Valium, but P1 Valium's not having any of it. Lesmo 1. Lesmo 1 there, he closes up again, Martin. Lesmo 2 we're approaching now, and he's right in the bumper of P1 Valium. Just a moment of time before Martin there can get closer to P1 Valium, give him a little bit of pressure and take that 1st place off of him. Now DMK Martin JL, no, he backs out of it. Round this, no, doesn't, maybe on the exit, maybe in the slipstream, but a little bit drifty from the rear of that car. And now maybe he'll wait for the exit of Parabolica, start finish straight, and again he's closing. So the top end of that Hyundai is very, very good, you know. No, entering Parabolica now. Maybe on the exit. He's looking for the tighter line there, Martin, and wider as he exits that apex there. So now he's just in that position now to go down the inside there, well, the outside, which will become the inside as they get to the 1st chicane. And yes, Martin now takes the lead of the sprint race. We're round about maybe potentially 2 laps to go, but Martin there taking the lead of the race. But P1 Valium won't give up so easily, he'll still apply the pressure. But in 3rd is Marshall there. But we're going back to this for the minute. P1 Valium looking for that move off of about that position off of DMK Martin JL. And will he get it done? Oh, but he's still there. He's still in that slipstream. Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2. Maybe on the exit, Lesmo 2. But the Hyundai seems to have the better grip. Go around the corners and the traction out of corners as well. Yeah, Valium's suffering with the rear end of that car. And maybe just now, Martin will pull away. We'll come back to this in a minute. It might close up. Marshall in 3rd, drop back a bit now. Surfer up to 4th. Chalky in 5th. So Surfer now with a lap to go may well attack Marshall if he can get close enough. Chalky in 5th. James Harben in 6th. Dave down to 7th. So I missed something there, apologies. So the 2 Lamborghini teammates 6th and 7th. Tricky Tree in 8th. With MLA in 9th. No Aldo this race. A bit surprising. Rick in 10th. So Rick up to 10th. So he gets 1 point for that 10th position. Sea Trickle in 11th, no points unfortunately. And Rob as well, no points. No Aldo, bit surprising. But yeah, each to their own, as they say. On the final lap now of the Infinity GT Manufacturer Series Season 6 League 2, Sparkle Sheffield. We are driven. It's okay not to be okay. Infinity Tech Up. Well, Infinity GRFX it is now. Yeah. Good race, lads. Good race. Miss Monza, fast lap 147.331 by Surfer Ebb on lap number 5. So yeah, everyone's done really well. Good race. It'd be good to get back for Koyto. Didn't miss Monza. The two Toyotas were on track. So me and Nath will be gunning it at Koyto. Rob there, first finish in 11th. Fair play. Sea Trickle in the pits. Potentially maybe going for the fastest lap. We'll wait and see. But Sea Trickle's finished. So Sea Trickle in 12th and Rob in 11th. Up we go. Martin there. Got a bit of a gap. See what I mean by Valium? Struggles now and again. Whoa. But yeah, he's still third. Still, what, 8 points for the sprint qualification. Marshall up to second. 9 points for Marshall. 10 points for Martin there. So 35 points for him. Could have been 37 if he got the both fast lap in the race, but unfortunately he didn't. So Martin there, crossing the line in first place. Fair play. Well done. Marshall coming across start finish line now in second. Pure Valium in third. Surfer Ev in fourth. DMK Chalky there in fifth. James Harbin in sixth. Dave in 7th, Tricky Tree in 8th, Rick in 9th, and MLA, the two teammates there, 9th and 10th. Thank you very much, you take care. Welcome back to Infinity GT Manufacturer Series Season 6, League 2, Group 4 category. I think it's round number 8. Koyto Yamagiwa, Martin Elm, Polly, Getaway, Group 4. Racing medium, racing hard, minimum of 3 laps per compound, times 3, fuel and tyre wear. Penalties get rid within 2 laps. Any incidents, you take a driver off, please do wait for them. Group 4 is where it's at. Toyotas are back for this race. We started 13th and 15th, so we've got it all to do. Myself there in 14th and my teammate Nath in 16th position. Heading down, Koto Yamagiwa is a fictional track by GT Sport. There's no corner names, but like normal, I will do a onboard lap with the lead runner, possibly around about lap number 7. We'll wait and see. Going down to this tight right hairpin, well, right-hander hairpin, but we hear that Nath got it all wrong. Touch the grass a little bit, drop it downhill on the outside. Will's got onto that grass and unfortunately it spun him out. But Nath in that Group 4 Toyota lacks of power on the straight, but Nath will be there in corners, gaining that time back off of the cars in front of him. So Martin JL coming under pressure now from Marshall. 1 and 2 at the minute. 40-minute race. Yeah, it's been a good season so far. I've got it all to do. Miss Monza, got to catch them points. Well, I've got to do well in the points and catch back up to James and Dave. Can I do it? Don't know. Dave there in 4th, battling with P1 Valium. Group 4 Lambo versus the Group 4 NSX. I'll go through the cars in a minute. P1 Valium in 5th with James Harbin in 6th. DMK Talkie, my driver of the night last time out around Monza. I know he didn't win, but a great performance from Chalky there. Sea Trickle in 10th, myself in 11th, to the rear of Sea Trickle. Bazinga is back for this race in 12th. So 16 cars, so a full grid back for Koto Yamagiwa and Mubai. Nath there still recovering. He's not too far behind. So let's see what he can do. Long way to go. Marshall now taking the lead of the race as they enter the first left-hander. How you take this corner is up to you. Drop it down to third, up to fourth, mid-apex, your call. So they're side by side now, Marshall and Martin. But Surfer Ev in third in the Aston Martin GR4. Look how quick he came through that S section there. And he could potentially get 2 for the price of 1. And he's going through the middle. Will this pay off? If it does, it'd be a phenomenal move. He gets 1. Doesn't get Marshall. Wow, if he pulled that off, that would have been some stonking move there. But Surfer Ev up to second. Martin's still there, so Martin almost 3 wide. Drop it downhill to the left-hander. Martin looks to the inside, gets that position back off a Surfer. He's like, have that, my son. Go back to your surfboard. So Surfer Ev there in third. Dave there, closing up slowly in fourth position. Starting tyres, racing medium, racing soft. It's your call. Dave, like always, goes on the racing soft, and others will be on the racing medium. I think there was a couple, yeah, myself and a few others on the racing medium. But up the front we go, and again these 3 are battling. Surfer Ev almost on the grass, and that 2 abreast now, going to the right hander at the end of this little straight. And yep, Surfer Ev gets that move done again off of Martin. Marshall, they're loving it. He's like laughing in that car, thinking, you boys carry on and just let me try and pull out a gap. Still close right about now, but this gentleman here, Dave, is closing up slowly to the rear. These 3 up ahead. So yeah, can Dave get 3 for the price of 1? James Harvin there battling it out with Rick. Rick there, they're side by side going around this left hairpin. Rick comes out on top by the looks of it. James Harvin's still on the outside there. Now he drops back, but Aldo there trying to sneak his way through inside James Harvin. No, backs out of it. For this little chicane bit on the exit. Can he get a better exit? He does indeed, and he's side by side there with Rick now, almost 3 abreast as they head round the final right hairpin, going on to start finish straight. But no, Rick there up to 5th with Aldo up to 6th. James Harvin falling down to 8th. Myself, sorry 7th. Myself in 8th. Sea Trickle in 9th. DMK Chalky there in 10th. Tricky Tree in 11th. With Bazinga in 12th. MLA in 13, Robin 14, Valim in 15, and Nath there, he is closing up now, so he is recovering from that bit of a moment on the first lap. So let's see what he can do in the Toyota 86 GR4 car. Some say it's OP, I don't think it is, it's just how you drive that car. But anyway, at the front we go. Surfer Ev looking to the inside there, and Marshall, DMK Martin there still just sitting behind, waiting for that opportunity. If these 2 have a coming together, he could just come on through. But Davis closing up rapidly. He's flat out, he's on it. He wants that position off of DMK Martin there. Maybe he wants that first place. Oh, a little bit wide there from Martin. So Dave just waited for that opportunity. He's got 1. Martin now getting on again and try crack on and close that gap to Dave. But Dave now up to 3rd. Surfer Ev still trying to get past Marshall. Marshall doing some great defending there in that first position. So further down we go. Rick there now breaking away from James Harvin. James Harvin and Aldo there banner out for 6 and 7. Myself in 8. Sea Trickle in that 9th position. You can see 3 of us. 6th, 7th and 8th. It's just a matter of time before he closes up, you know. Bazinga being harassed now from MLA, so Bazinga in that Aston Martin trying to defend from the Group 4 Ferrari. If you remember what I said last time out, they prefer the Group 4 to the Group 3, I think, but MLA is quite used to the Ferrari, both group of the, well, Group 3 and Group 4 of the Ferrari. So I don't know, but this season a bit of struggle there for the Group 3 car, but as I said, the Group 4 car, they're on it all the time when it's a Group 4. MLA still trying to get that move done onto Bazinga. Rob and Valium 12th and 13th, so struggling at the minute. Nath already up to 14th, so he's got 2 cars already. As I said previously, this car in the corners is an absolute animal. Up the front we go. Surfer Ev now leading the race from Marshall, but Marshall they're in a bit of a sandwich now because Dave is waiting for that opportunity. A little bit of a bump there to the rear of Marshall from Dave. Martin now is falling back in fourth. It looks like Dave's flashes lights like, come on, hurry up, I want to come on through. But let's go from Dave's perspective. He's looking for it. Maybe as they drop downhill to the left-hander, will he dive down the inside of Marshall, get that second place off of Marshall? He's looking for it. He might go for it, actually. Four-wheel drive, no, he backs out of it. Marshall runs it a little bit deep. Oh, almost got onto the grass, but, you know, managed it very well. But now Dave trying to attack Surfer Ev. God, I need a coffee. The side-by-sides, they drop downhill. Oh, easy boys, easy boys. Dave, he's dying to get through. He's eager to get through. They're both on a racing soft, which is surprising, to be honest with you. They're pushing really early, you know, the fuel usage as well. Surface is better and Marshall's there, but Dave's is eager to get on by, you know. He's bringing that pressure to Surfer. And can he do it? No, Surfer's defending. It's like, no, Dave, go away. You're not having this first off of me. And then now side by side, there's Marshall in the wing mirror. Around the outside, can Dave do it? He's looking for it. Oh, and they're still side by side. What a move that was. Great racing, you two. Dave around the outside. Wow. Nice racing there from these two. Fair play to him. Fair play. This is what Lead 2's all about. Surfer Ev comes back at him. Round the inside, the left hairpin. Wow. Phenomenal. Bring more of it, boys. Yeah, now Marshall's in the mix. They're side by side. Then he backs out of it, Marshall. Cracking racing. Martin there. Closing up now with these squibbling and squabbling. Martin's closing up, but also Rick there in the Ferrari is closing up as well. Well, 10 minutes in, 30 minutes to go. Pit stops will be happening. As I say, the mandatory, they need to be done. Medium, they've done 4 on the medium. So it's all about the racing soft. But at the front, again, it's all kicking off. Surfer Ev and Dave batting their way. But Marshall's just sitting there. Martin as well in that Hyundai, just sitting there as well, biding his time. Rick in 5th. Closing up slowly. Oh, Aldo almost lost it entering the S section. C Trickle is behind Aldo. Can he get that position off of him? He's got the momentum at the minute. He's looking around the outside, maybe looking for a switch back to the inside. James is behind as well. So James looking for that opportunity as well to get a position off of these two. Oh, on the grass. It's got the exit all wrong there, James. So that's enabled these two to pull out a few temps. Bazinga in 10th, batting away with P1 Valium. Bazinga, P1 Valium, Nath up to 12th. Oh, these two side by side. Nath just waiting. In car with Nath now. Can he get these two cars? He's looking. He's getting one. And he's getting two, is he? Oh, nice overtake there from Nath. MLA's following Nath through. Oh, P1 Valium on the grass. P1 Valium on the grass. Nath still in the lead of this bunch. MLA looking to the inside there. Bazinga. P1 Valium with a bit of penalty above his car. And now Nath, can he foot to the floor, pull out a bit of a gap. MLA there being harassed by Bazinga. Bazinga in the Aston Martin looking for that position off of MLA. Oh, MLA looking to the inside there of Nath. Doesn't get that move down around the right. The right-hander. But Rob there all the while is in the mix as well. P1 Valley unfortunately dropping back a bit. Tricky up to 14th there. Tricky in the M4, sorry. And Chalky having a struggle this time around. In 16th position. Dave's got lead of the race again. So now he's stretching out that lead a little bit. So Dave there. In a couple of laps time I do an onboard lap. Surfer Ev in 2nd position with DMK Martin in 3rd, Marshall in 4th, Rick in 5th. So Rick is closing up mine. Myself in 6th. C. Trickle in 7th. Aldo in 8th. James Harbin, the first to pit. Going on Racing Soft in 9th. He's falling down now. So Nath up to 9th. MLA there in 10th position. Looking for that move. See what I mean about the 8-6 on the straight? But you see it in the corners. It will just pull away. Especially on the exit. If you get the apex right, if you enter the corner right, you can gain so much time. And as you see there, perfect there from Nath. And now he's pulling away. So Nath there in 9th position with MLA behind. And there's Bazinga now. Oh, a little bit of squealing there from the tyres from the Ferrari. Bazinga in 11th. Nath again. Being closed up on straights. But on the exit of the corner, he should pull out a little bit. Nath there in 9th. MLA Bazinga. Rob, Tricky Tree. Valium. GMK Chalky there looking to the inside. James Harbin, the first to pit to go on the Racing Soft in 16th position. By the front we go, Dave leading this race so far. Surfer Evans second, Martin there in that third. Side by side again. Surfer Ev got the inside line, so he's going to try and send Martin along with super cameras the long way around. Switch back maybe on the exit. No, doesn't get it done just yet. Rick there up to 4th, so Rick slowly making his way up to first place. But as I said, pit stops will be happening 15 minutes in, 25 minutes to go. Yeah, Rick's just taking it nice and easy. Purple sector there for him. I think their laps are like 227, 226, somewhere around there. Side by side action here with Nath. Nath and MLA batting it out for 9th and 10th. Let's go and carve in Nath for a little bit. Nath there. Oh, is that a penalty for him? Thought so. Cut too much the entrance of that chicane. Unfortunate. So Marshall on the Racing Soft in the pits. Aldo battling away with C Trickle. Myself in 5th. See, me and Rick were quite surprised because the cars in front were all on the Racing Soft. Me and Rick, we did have the pace with the front 3. You know, the front 3 were in the 28s. Fast lap there from Martin. So these are in the 28s on the Racing Soft, including the service on the 29. Oh, what happened there? Martin got it all wrong on the exit. So going back to it, so Rick on the medium 28.5, me on the racing medium as well, so 28.4. So we were quicker than Surfer, not quicker than Dave, but on the racing medium we were matching the pace of the Racing Soft guys. And we were quite shocked about that, me and Rick, because when they pitted, it was like, oh, you're on the Racing Soft. We thought he was on the racing medium. This is how well we were doing on the racing medium. Not being big-headed, nothing like that. It just goes to show, you know. Looking after the racing medium. Not a lot of tyre wear on that racing medium. Bit more on Rick's. But yeah, it was quite fascinating. So technically, at this point, it was playing into our hands, you know, because we were matching the pace of the lead runners. Anyway, enough of that blabbering on. See Trickle in 6th on the racing medium as well, 28.6. You see what I mean? And Aldo 28. So 29s, 29s, 30s, 29s, 30s, 29s. He's on the Racing Soft now, so he might do the fastest lap. Fresh set of Racing Soft. 29's there. And 30's there for P1 Valium. So yeah, it's surprising, you know. Dave now. Let's do an onboard lap with Dave. Let's leave it a minute. It's battling behind. Or Surfer in the pits. Martin there in the boot of Rick. So Rick up to second. Next time out we'll do it onboard lap. Martin down the inside. Look for it. Still there. But on the exit, Rick down to third. Myself in fourth. So these two battling away still. So we're going to focus on this for the minute. The Hyundai versus the Ferrari, who will come out on top. You would think the Ferrari better top end in the Group 4. Rick there going to look to the inside, is he? Or he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it, Rick, on the exit. No, it doesn't get that move done, but all the while I'm closing up in the background. Maybe to the right-hander, dive down the inside. No, doesn't do it. Oh, a bit slow on the exit there from Rick. Faster on the exit, maybe? Not really. Quite equal there. The Ferrari and the Hyundai. Yeah, so not settling out. It's like still heated second, third and fourth, but this gentleman here, I don't know when he'll pit, but if it's not at the end of the slap, we'll do an onboard lap with him regardless of what's happening behind. Quick recap: Dave, we've got Martin there in second, Rick in third, myself in fourth, C-Chuck in fifth, Aldo in sixth, Nath up to seventh, MLA in eighth, Bazinga in ninth, Tricky Tree in 10th, James Harvin fastest lap, thought so, 27 there, 5.97 for James on lap number 7. So pitted lap number 5, warming the tyres up lap number 6, went through on lap number 7, we got the fast lap. Remember that extra point as well. Rob there in 12th, Surfer Ev in 13th, Marshall in 14th, P1 Valium in 15th, and Chalky there to the rear in 16th position. At the front, further back here, still battling, but I want to do this onboard lap. Ah, he's in the pits. So it's going to be Martin then. How you do this track is up to you. There's ways of doing it to gain so much speed out the corners. He went a bit wide there on the entrance. Now flick it down to third. At mid-apex, flick it up to 4th so you get faster out. This one here as well, in this flat out section here, clip that, clip this, clip that, clip this apex as well. As you reach this timing line, up to 6th. Keeps it in 5th, that's it. This as well, flick it down to 4th, keep it in really tight to that apex. Every driver does it different, so he's looking for a late apex there. Martin, so I do it completely different. I keep it really tight, so he's looking for that late apex. Drop down here now, second, up to you, second, third. He keeps it in third, keeps it nice and steady, runs it a little bit deep, so that gives Rick, so Rick now will be the leader of the race to complete the lap. Rick there, a little bit throttle there, just to keep the car nice and steady. Clip this apex here, clip this right as well. Up to you, keep it out to the right, flick it down to 4th, keep it nice and tight to that apex. Early apex there from Rick. So he's protecting the inside line. On the exit again, Martin looking for that position. No, is he going to keep it to the right? No, he goes to the left. So second this corner. Keep it really tight to that apex. Out wide a little bit. Cut it in again. And try and clip that apex there. Misses out a little bit. Head uphill now. The crucial left hairpin coming up. A lot of overtakes do happen down here. I'm quite certain Martin will do a little jink to the inside. He does indeed. Martin there. Will he get that position off? He will indeed. Go up to Martin again to complete the lap. So positions have swapped from different leaders. So this apex here, sorry, apex, chicane, yeah, third entrance, 4th mid. So on the exit, you're faster out. As I say, everyone does it differently. This here as well, I like to keep it in second, and then on the exit up to 3rd. Keep it nice and tight to that right hander there. and going up to here is where you finish your lap. And yeah, a couple on board laps there from different drivers, but now it's me and Rick 1 and 2. In my heart of heart, I done this wrong. I was a little bit faster than Rick in places, like here, but I was being a gentleman. So I felt like, for me, I was losing a bit of time to Rick by sitting behind. I had the speed to overtake, especially, see, I try and go for it. Really, I should have gone for it. You know, it's not nothing to do with Rick. It's me. It will slow me up. I could have made some moves, but I thought better of it. So, has this cost me time? Potentially. Tyre wear, front right there of Rick's is wearing quite rapidly. Mine are okay, or I could go on for a little bit longer. TRG Aldo in third, so haven't gone out in so far in the BMW M4. So he's a bit far away. Pit stops, they come into effect as well. Dave there in fourth. On a racing medium, how far would he go? Probably his normal 3 laps and then jump in. Aldo there. Myself. See, I had all that momentum to try and make that move, but I just didn't do it. I just wasted too much time. So Aldo there in third, Dave in fourth, MLA in fifth, James Harben still with that fastest lap up to 6th, but Tricky Tree up to 7th. So Tricky Tree right about now is having a good race. Bazinga behind in 8th. Tricky Tree's going to have to pit anyway for fuel and nice fresh set of tyres at front right, almost halfway. Bazinga in 8th, Rob in 9th, so a bit of battling here. Rob to the outside there. Bazinga, will he get the move done? He doesn't. No, so Bazinga sitting in 8th, Rob in 9th, Surfer Ev in 10th, with Marshall in 11th. Martin down to 12th after his pit stop on the racing medium, so these two on the slower tyres. See Trickle racing soft. Peel and Valium struggling on the racing medium. Chalky racing soft. Nath to the rear, just pitted. Let's see where he can come. He'll be pushing it now towards the end of the race. So he's in 16th position. But so Rick pits. I go for an extra lap to try and get the jump in the pit starts, but I can't remember what happened. Dave up to 2nd on a racing medium. These 3 pitted. James Harben, where's James Harben? James Harben's pitting as well. Surfer there in 3rd. I think he'll be one to watch with cars pitting around him. Where am I in regards? There I am at the top. So the gap's not that big between 1st and 3rd. Dave in 2nd pushing it. Myself in 1st. Marshall there in 4th. So yeah, so I'm going to have to pit potentially this lap or the next lap after, I can't remember. Where would that bring Dave and Surfer and Marshall? And these as well, you know. Look at C Trickle. He was down in 13th. Pit stops happening on the faster tyre. He's up to 5th. So this is shaping up to be a battle towards the end. Where's James? Yeah, James pitted again. Yeah, so he's done 2 pit stops. So potentially he's out of the question for the podium. Top 10 just in front of him. But James ideally will want the maximum points. He's leading the championship and his teammate's 2nd, so ideally they both want maximum points. And Dave's sitting in 2nd. Me and him are batting out for 2nd and 3rd in the driver's standings. Yeah, it's all about who can get the most points, you know. So Dave there in 2nd position. Myself there. So Dave's closed up a little. Yeah, he's closed up a little by what I can see. A couple of attempts here and there. 28.5 compared to a 29.9. Yeah, he's like almost a second quick on them fresh set of mediums. Well, over a second quick on a fresh set of mediums compared to my worn racing mediums. Should I pit it a lap earlier? Don't know. See Chuckle and Marshall. So Marshall with his teammates. So his teammates up to 4th, Marshall down to 5th. And Marshall defend from Martin there in 6th. I'm in the pits now. Where's James? James is there. Where's Nave? Nave 15th. So Nathan 15th. Dave in the pits as well. This is going to be close. Surfer Ed will take the lead of the race. I'm just refueling. It's going to be close to when I come out. Surfer Ed there. I'm just being released. So I come out in behind Rick. Yeah, and I've lost a bit of time as well in that pit stop. So Rick, yeah, he's done well for his outlap there. Fair play to him. Dave coming out the pits now on the racing soft. Nathan 15th. Lap number 9, a 3:14. He's way behind. Surfer Ev, Surfer Ev, Surfer Ev. See Trickle, Marshall. Yeah, this is shaping up to be a pretty good ending, you know. Because Surfer's there on the racing medium, so he's going to lose a lot of time anyway to the guys behind. Medium, racing soft, racing medium, racing soft, racing medium, racing soft. So Aldo there as well, and Dave, they're a little bit behind. But Rick there taking advantage of Marshall, so he's got that 4th off of Marshall. Marshall down to 5th, so Martin's took that 4th as well. Myself, I'm looking as well. I need to get by quickly if I can. Yeah, racing soft compared to the racing medium. Yeah, I get that move done. Can I get 4th place off of Martin? Who knows? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. So I get that position off of Martin. So I'm up to 4 behind Rick again, which is good news. You know, if I can follow Rick, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. But Marshall, Dave to Aldo, James Harben in 10th. With MLA in 9th, Chalky in 11th, Tricky 3 in 12th. Got under 10 minutes now. Bazinga in 13th, Robin 14th, and Nathan 15th, and P1 Valium in 16th position. Surfer Ev leading, only just from C Trickle. C Trickle in 2nd. So tyre wear coming into effect for C Trickle, but so he's done a few good laps there, C Trickle, because he's jumped me and Rick. So Surf on the racing medium. He's going to find it difficult to keep C Trickle behind soft to medium. C Trickle might be in with a shout of the winner of this race, you know. So Surfer F there in 1st. Drop it downhill on the racing medium to racing soft. This is going to be a close finish, you know. I can see these, because Aldo isn't too far behind. Late dive there from Rick, a little bit of contact there. Robin's racing, as they say. But yeah, Aldo's only. That's Marshall, sorry. It's Marshall, yeah. Marshall as well. Anyone toward from these 5, then anything can happen. So now, Rick looking to the inside there, Surfer. So Rick now in the lead of this race. Now it's crucial for me to come on through as well. But no, C Trickle. C Trickle's coming on through. Can I follow C Trickle through? This is the thing. Oh, I get that. Yeah, I get that move off of Surfer. Crucial that. And I'm looking at C Trickle, but the Nissan GTR is just too powerful compared to the 86. And look at this. This is phenomenal. We've got these 4. Surfer looking back at me. Down the inside left left-hander. But Marshall all the while is laughing because I know he's in sick, but with these lot fighting, and Aldo's closing up to the rear of Marshall and Dave as well. Dave, missed that. Missed the first apex. Ran a little bit wide on the exit. So yeah, we got these. Wow, this is so 7 minutes. Rick in the lead. It's all about tyre wear as well. Look at that, the 86 compared to the top two. There's a difference in wear, you know. Martin racing medium, got past Surfer. So Surfer now struggling on the racing medium, falling down to 5th. Marshall in 6th with Aldo in 7th. Dave on it, 27.154, the fast lap. James Harben up to 9th. So the two Lambo teammates 8th and 9th. MLA in 10th. MLA looking to attack the rear. James Harben in 9th position, but further back we go again. We've got Tricky Tree in 11th with Bazinga in 12th. Robin 13th position. Nath recovering up to 14th. And Valium up to 15th position. I think Chalky left. I think he had a disconnection from the game. So yeah. So Nath in 14th position. P1 Valium in 15th. Up the front, Rick in first, with C Trickle in second. Myself batting away with C Trickle now. Rick all the while is putting away. Run about 2 or 3 laps to go, maybe 2. And me and C Trickle are side by side heading down towards the right-hander. I look to the inside. Yeah, I look for that cut back onto C Trickle, but again, it's all about the battle between the GTR and the 86. And as I say again, 86 struggles with straights, and it does. You know, it's all about the corners with this car. As I said previously, as you see there, you know, I can attack in corners but lose it on the straight. So now Martin in 4th, battle behind between Aldo and Marshall. So now Aldo up to 6th, but Dave as well, he's there in 8th. But at the front, I look to the inside, I see Trickle, but I'm going to lose against this car on the straight. You know, look how long this straight is. So it's all about defense now from me, defending that inside line, making them go the long way round. So yeah, as you see there, I hugged the inside line, but see Trickle looking to go round the long way, so I send him round the long way. But yeah, I keep it in really tight. So I think that's a move done on to see Trickle, but I say again, it's all about top end and slipstream, and he's in my slipstream. He's gaining all the time to the rear of me, as you see there. So it's all about defensive line for me again. So Dave up to 7th and Marshall dropping down to 8th, and I'm just sitting in the middle of the track just defending, and keeping it in really tight as well, so I get a fast exit. So yeah, a little bit of time gain from me and C Trickle. Martin in 4th, Surfer head down to 5th, Aldo 6th. So I think Surfer needs to watch out for Aldo. Dave in 7th, Marshall in 8th. James Harben, can he catch up to the rear of Marshall and make it a Lambo 7th and 8th? But then again, Dave might get Aldo. Back we go here because MLA and James Harben are batting it out for that 9th and 10th. James keeping it nice and tight, but then MLA looking for the cut on the inside. But no, he still hasn't got that move done. So MLA trying to get that 9th off of James, because MLA can see his teammate in that first position. So MLA hasn't got that move done yet. Let's stick with this for the minute. James Harben there, just defending from MLA. No, he hasn't got that move done. Nope, no. MLA dropping back a little bit now. So for the meantime, that's settled. Bazinga batting away with Tricky Tree. So Tricky Tree wants that 11th off of Bazinga. Remember, all points do matter. And Nathan 14th. Yep, so Tricky Tree trying to get on by. But Bazinga is defending. Tricky Tree, can he get the move done around inside the left-hander? He's looking for it. They're still battling out for that 11th and 12th. Tricky Tree hasn't got his move done yet. Can he get it on the exit? And again, we still got MLA and James Harben battling out for that 9th and 10th. Can Tricky Tree go? It's going a long way around. Nope, not yet. Maybe on the start finish straight. Can he get the move done? But up we go here. James Harben still defending from MLA. Bazinga and Tricky Tree are side by side. But Bazinga's got the better line in. Oh, a little bit wide mid-apex there. Tricky Tree going to the inside. No, doesn't get that move done. But up the front we go. Well, up here. MLA and James Harben still banning it out for that 9th and 10th. Battle's been going on a while now, just like this here. You know, Tricky Tree and Bazinga. Rob 13th, closing up a little bit. But now Tricky Tree to the inside there. Bazinga looks like he's got that move done. No, Bazinga's still coming back at him. Yeah, nice battle there. Up here we go. James Harben and MLA still batting it out. God, it's all battles all kicking off. We've got Nath, we've got Rob 13th, 14th. And P1 Valium in 15th position. At the front we go. Heading on to what will be, I think this is the final lap, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm pretty certain. So I'm now or never, Idol. C Trickle drop back now. Martin in 4th. Aldo up to 5th. So fair play. And these three are batting out. So Aldo looking after them tyres. And on the racing soft, he's got that position done. And Dave looking to the inside there at Surfer F. A 26.533 by Dave. The fastest lap of the race so far. And Dave up to 6th. Can he get Aldo and make it up to 5th? Dave there. Look, let's go up to the front. It's going to be close. So Rick hasn't got too far to go. Back here, Dave looking the long way around onto Aldo. Does Dave get that move on the exit? I think he has, you know. He has indeed. So Dave got that move done. Out the front we go. Rick now. This is the final lap. So can Rick hold me off to get a win around Koyto, Yamagiwa and Mumbai? Close finish here between me and Rick. But Rick just holds on. And fair play to Rick. Great race there in first. Myself in second. C Trickle in third. Great out and C Trickle. Martin in 4th. Dave in 5th. Like, comment, subscribe. Remember, all helps. Dave in 5th. Aldo in 6th. Surfer Ev in 7th. Marshall in 8th. MLA in 9th. You have a great weekend as well. You'll see more replays on the Monday. James Harben in 10th. Tricky Tree in 11th. Bazinga in 12th. Robin 13th. Nath in 14th. But, you know, you've done well. A few rounds to go yet, mate. You'll recover. You'll recover. 14th there for Nath. Chalky retired, unfortunately. And then we got P1 Valium in 15th position. And yeah, you all take care. Be safe out there. Thank you. Bye-bye.